Bodie says, don't underestimate Trump's knowledge of Bitcoin. I think he actually he knows more than he's letting on. 100%. Thank you for that. 100%. He knows more than what he's talking about. All you have to do is just look around. Just look around at who surrounds him. 2015, he had his number one guy, General Flynn, tweeting about Bitcoin, saying it's the currency of the future. In 2015, almost 10 years ago, his number one guy was tweeting about Bitcoin. His wife wished Satoshi happy birthday on Twitter. His wife, years ago. All of his kids are in Bitcoin. He said Barron has 4 wallets, which I thought, is 4 wallets supposed to be a stretch? Because you don't want to know how many different wallets I have. But 100%. And if they knew Saylor way back when, I just feel like there's so much more here that we don't know about going on. And the other part of that too is that Trump, he wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. And so he understands, what's that based off of? The art of war. And there's so much strategy within not only getting to that level within business, but within politics. You have to know what you're holding and what to talk about. Oh, there's lightning here. You have to appear weak when you're strong. And I think that Trump really, really understands that. And it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for him to come out and say that he has a bunch of Bitcoin, or that he's, business people, smart people don't do that. They buy it first and then tell you, whether it's for him or for his country. I think that there's so much more behind that. So thank you, Bodie, for pointing that out, because I believe the exact same. Okay. Well, maybe we're just going to spend the next 10 minutes here as a full show, because we got to cover this. Trump's scam coin. He's lost a lot of support from the Bitcoin community with his latest move. I guess most of us start down that path before we fully understand Bitcoin. I disagree with that fully. I think that there's a few people within the Bitcoin community who have a very big voice, who have very obvious Trump derangement syndrome. I think Walker is one of those guys. I'm not going to say anything bad. I just can't. I can't with that guy. But what I'll say on that is, it's not a scam coin. It's not. If you understand corporate governance, it'd basically be like Trump's starting a business. He's selling some shares for the business, and that's what the shares are. Instead, though, they're actual tokens. And so he's trying to show the fact that we're moving from the system of issuing shares in that system, that way of doing things, into this new financial system, digital, backed by Bitcoin, digital financial system. And it would be the exact same thing. It's a governance token. So if you want to have a say in terms of how this World Liberty Financial goes in the future, what you want to see, you can buy a token. It's not something that you're going to buy and sell or trade around like a high frequency kind of thing. That's not what it is. It's if you want governance within the company, and I'm not going to defend them. You also have to understand that there are going to be different cryptos out there. That's something a lot of Bitcoiners have a very hard time coming to terms with. We talked about at the start of the show. There are going to be stable coins. Countries are going to have currencies. But the key here is that it's going to be backed by Bitcoin. And anything that isn't backed by Bitcoin is going to trend to zero against Bitcoin. So the coin to me is nothing. It's a big nothing burger. It's what they're actually doing. They're trying to get rid of the old system, get rid of the banks, go around that system. And we have the tools now to do that. So it's not like they're coming out with a coin and saying, this is better than Bitcoin, or this competes with Bitcoin, or this does this on the blockchain. No, it's strictly a governance token. It's exactly what you'd do if you were starting a company. You'd issue shares to people. You'd issue 20% to your friends, your family, to your people who have got you to that point, who have helped with their time, and you'd sell the rest if you wanted to, or you'd keep 100% of them if you didn't want anybody else voting for it. People just haven't taken the time and understanding to figure out what the hell's going on here. And it's a little bit frustrating to me, but at the same time, we're going to see it play out. So it doesn't really matter what my opinion on it is. It's tough to see somebody call that a scam coin when it's clearly not. He didn't come out and say this is going to be better than Bitcoin. We're going to use this instead of Bitcoin. It's going to be backed by Bitcoin. The whole company is going to be backed by Bitcoin, and they're going to be able to issue loans to people who can't get them today because the old system fucking robbed them of that.